Hi guys, what up, yo, this is Namcraft and welcome to the season Starcraft English commentary. This is gonna be finally a group of ASL Season 18 and ASL Season 1 that has a Protoss players. I'm dying to see Protoss kick some butts here because TTTTTZ is not very good. I don't like them. But some nice games today. Let's hope for some more action. Today we're going to be having 4 very interesting contestants and I will show their information on the screen. No, that's not the information. Excuse me, I made a mistake. Their information are here. Bam and Bam. Hero, Jaedong, Bisu, and Barracks. Who are those guys? That guy looks like Rain. And the guy on the right side looks like Jangbi. My favorite player of all time. I've told you already that my favorite player of all time is Jangbi. Now you know. If you have not known, then you shall know the truth. So this is, I think I would call this the group of death. Because if you look at the Elo scores, Hero is the highest with 1391, followed by Bisu and then Jaedong and Barracks, but everyone is so super high. And Hero is number 3 on the ranking, Bisu is number 4, Jaedong is number 6, and Barracks number 8. Everyone is in the top 10 and so strong, so that's what we have going ahead of us today. The first pair of contestants is gonna be Barracks versus Hero. Hero is the second place finisher, I think, in the previous ASL, right? Something like that. My memory is very short term these days. But this is why he's here. He's a seeded player. The map once again is gonna be Radeon. This is a map that all of the first 2 games in the round of 16 will be played on Radeon. And let me just quickly show you the map stats. So for Zerg players on Radeon, they enjoy a 49.8% win rate. This is maybe I should not show the stats anymore because it's almost perfectly balanced. Radeon is the most balanced map up to date. Anyways, Hero bottom right, red color, Barracks top right in the blue color. Let's take a look at the win rate because I think it's very important when the 2 players are very much equally matched in skill level. The win rate becomes very important. So here it is in the last 30 days for Hero against Terran. It is 46%. I just picked up the stats today. I've been a good boy. I've been doing my homework. So please buy me a coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description. You can buy it here. Or no, just turn that away because it's hiding the important stats. Barracks against Zerg is 64%. So Barracks is not a noob. Barracks is very strong, especially on these online games. But in these tournament kind of, official games, I don't know. We shall see what will happen with that next. Anyways, what is going to be happening here? Looks like both players have found each other. They have found each other after long last. In my country, we have a TV show. And the TV show's title is As If There Was Never a Goodbye. What a nice title, right? As If There Were Never a Goodbye. So basically this show... Oh, what's happening there? The drone runs away from the Marines. It just features, random people in my country who have found their long-lost relatives after something like 30 years, 40 years, sometimes 50 years. Excuse me, some child were lost during the wartime, adopted by an American family, and then they go overseas, and then, years later, their adopted parents died, but their adopted sisters and brothers go to Vietnam, oh, that's my country in case you don't know, and find the original mother who died, but her next children are alive. So basically, that's what it is. Why am I talking about that story? I don't know. Okay, I remember. Yeah, because these guys have found each other. These 2 players have finally found each other on this map. Radeon is a 4-player map, so it's, it takes a while for you to find the other guy. But they have found each other now. And as if there were never a goodbye between these 2 players, there will be a goodbye after the games are played, though, because only 1 player will advance. Who do I cheer for? I would say Barracks. No, I see Hero. Hero is good because we have very few Zerg players in the ASL. By the way, let us, grace ourselves with the stats once again. Zerg have won 6 ASL so far, Terran 8 and Protoss 3. And here are the champions, and Hero is not on it. Hero has not won an ASL. Of course, Barracks has never won an ASL. Who is Barracks? Anyways, right? I mean, why does he even deserve an ASL? Anyways, Zerlings with speed takes out this SCV. Things are looking standard, so maybe I should pay attention to the game because many of you have kind of complained that I don't pay attention to the game at all, which is rightly deserved. I don't really watch the game. I'm here just for the fun. After the hatchery goes down at the 7 o'clock position, we're going to be having a very standard build this time around by Hero, not the crazy build that Soki went against Rush in the previous day, going for both the Den and the Spy. I actually don't know how that build works because by going for the Den, you delay your hatchery, right? So you are kind of disadvantaged in yourself. And I could not understand how Soki could actually pull ahead after going for that build. I feel like even though Rush did not build turrets on time, but he still had Marines. So that was really interesting there. Anyways, this game is going to be a little bit more standard. There's going to be a scan. This scan is in the right place. He sees that there's a spire. Which is usual, right? The Zerg player tends to not build the spire in the expansion for risk of it getting destroyed in the later parts of the game. But what else should we grace ourselves with here? We're going to be having the third hatchery about 50% done now. Barracks have wasted one scan. He will need to waste more scan to reveal the situation inside his enemy's bases. Alright, we're going to be having double barracks on the high ground. Some turrets getting created at the choke and also in the main, guys. So things are looking very standard. We are about just minutes, or maybe not minutes, seconds away until the mutualists arrive inside the barracks, man. There's gonna be 4, and then the 5th one is following closely behind very standard stuff. The 3rd base have come online, and we shall see some drones getting created in that place. So things are going by the textbook now. This map, Radeon, as you can see, there's a lot of wide open area. The Zerg player cannot cover everything possibly with Zerglings. So it's gonna be possible for the Marines to actually go for a kind of a suicide squad, right? Go out there, send 1 or 2 Marine, or even a firebat, or even just an SCV or something, just to scout and find the location of the 3rd base and just push for it, just go for it, just do it, like Nike says. Anyways, yeah, it looks like we're gonna be having some small engagements here, so there's gonna be a lot of, you know, intense moments of fighting, but we are not gonna have a clear winner right now, I don't think. So I'm gonna take this chance to thank some of my supporters in the last 30 days who have supported Namcraft, because I'm very poor. I'd like to thank Sea Goblin for your gracious oceanic donation here. I'd like to thank Shane from the US for your amazing musical prodigiousness, whatever. I'd like to thank Marcin from Poland. Very nice guy. I don't know what you're nice for, but thank you nonetheless. And finally, I'd like to thank a new person, Martin, from the Czech Republic. Don't worry, this is not what he looks like. I use AI to draw these things. And by the way, AI is getting very good at drawing these things. In the old days, you know, when I asked for my fan's photo, it used to give me a panda. But now it's giving me a proper drawing. So as you can see, you know, in just over a year and a half time, AI has improved so much that the next time around you would not hear Namcraft be casting. There's gonna be AI casting, guys. I would just be, you know, behind the scene and typing in prompts, and then the you know, for example, something, tell me a joke about Obama or something like that, or, you know, make a joke about, you know, girls versus men, but that do not offend some people who are from particular countries who are very much, you know, sensitive to those topics. And, you know, it would give me, okay, these kind of jokes would be very much perfectly fine to tell in these kind of scenarios, you know, in real time. Anyways, back to this game. So we're gonna be having the mutuals attacking. So Hero is trying to be a Soki here. He's trying to, you know, mimic the style of Soki, create havoc and rush to defilers and rush to God knows what. But behind, okay, we're gonna be having the Queen's Nest coming up here. This map is large, so the Terran player need to be kind of aware of that. The turrets on the choke has been destroyed, and this has been a weakness since the beginning part of the game. Now Marines need to get on the high ground, but we do have the first Valkyrie out now. This Valkyrie is gonna get sniped. Well, what is this? We have a Valkyrie almost died there, but the Marines is not able to take it out, and this is so bad for Barracks to lose that turret on the high ground. This okay, he takes one more hit and he goes back. He's gonna get repaired. No, he gets sniped. What a terrible atrocity there that was committed. A war crime was committed by Hero against Barrack, and there's gonna be no tribunal forced to actually take him to court. He needs to take the matters into his own hand. He's gonna try to do that. We're gonna move out with some Marines and a single Valkyrie. The second Valkyrie is out, and once again Marine getting picked up one by one. This is not good. The only way for Barracks to try to get something back is to go for the offense. Gonna try to do that just now. He's gonna just try to drive the mutualist back. Does he know where the third base is? I think he has some idea. He's gonna try to go to the front. There are no Sunkens. Double Valkyries looking very strong. Hero needs to kind of hold on, or he would just collapse like that song by Hans Zimmer. Dream is collapsing from the movie Inception. The freaking song is hilarious. It's so nice. Anyways, quintuple Lurkers morphing now, but will it be on time? We do have some Scourges in pursuit. We need to have some sick clone Scourges here, but it's not gonna be enough. The Lurkers have come online. We're gonna be having a scan scan at some point here. Looks like the Valkyrie is gonna try to attack, but no. Are you freaking goddamn kidding me, Barracks? What are you doing? Losing the first Valkyrie, losing the second. No, he gets back and he does some good shot. Now we're gonna be having how many Lurkers? About 5. We need to have the switch to science vessels on Valkyries are no longer viable as an option on this planet of Radeon. You need to have something a little bit more kryptonitic, I think. You know, something with more beef, like science vessel, otherwise known as the mushroom machine, I'd like to call them. Looks like the game is gonna take a stalemate situation for the timing. Looks like Hero has stabilized. He's able to hold all of his bases even without defilers, but this bioforce is moving towards the left side, and we do have, what is it, 1 defiler, 2 defiler, or are those stack defilers? I'm not so sure, but for the time being, Barrett's gonna try to offense, and Hero's gonna try to go for the rescue or the counter attack. Looks like the rescue it will be. Lurkers in position. We have how many Lurkers? 1, 2, 3. Need to burrow them all down. 1 Lurker goes down, 2 Lurkers go down, 3 down. The 4th one is about to die, and Mutus is gonna eat so much Valkyrie shots, and the Nidus canal completes, but there's nothing to go through it, and so much is done, but so little is gained after Hero's magnific forces gonna try to get in here, but looks like the Lurkers are way too far here. Valkyries are killing every single unit. The hatchery cannot fall. If the hatchery for the game is over, there's gonna be a Lurker in the back, but these 3 Lurkers are doing good damage, pushing everyone back here. Looks like we still have a couple of Lurkers remaining, but now there's gonna be no forces to actually take down this base. This base lives. The base lives. The Mythic Marines need to go and hide on the high ground, but more reinforcement coming from the back, but no scan. No scan, and these Marines are dying left and right. Looks like Hero has held Barracks 83 supply, and Hero 55. It's going to be time, I think, for Barracks to take an expansion, I think. He cannot possibly win outright here without the support of Science Vessels. He's gone for Valkyrie, which has been a nice idea, but he's going to be losing some more Valkyries after this. At least he needs to supply block his enemy. He's going to try to do that. 1 more Valkyrie has died, though. That's the problem. These Valkyries are expensive as hell. More Scourges start to go through, and Scourges landed. We still have how many Valkyries remaining? 3. Now it's going to be down to 2. Scourge is going to try to intercept it. This Valkyrie kind of play is interesting, but does it work? Does it work? I don't know. This is like these Valkyrie escape, and now we're going to be having a group of 4 Valkyries, 2 here and 2 from the back, a total of 4. Nice Valkyrie dancing shot. The next attack has begun here at the 3rd base. Hero is in a dire situation. He's going to push those Mythic Marines back. He still had a couple of Lurkers there, but where did Filers need to remake the Nidus Canals as well? I think the Nidus Canal is not here. It looks like the Hydran is under siege, but there are only 3 Marines, so a single Lurker getting on the high ground might be sufficient here. I don't know. Killing an overall into a corner is nice. Hero's supply is down to 56. The only good thing for him is that Barracks has not taken a 3rd base. He's still on 2 bases. Would I be having drop? Why does drop matter here? I don't know, because there's nothing on the high ground. He might just drop and try to snipe the Hydran. Maybe that's going to be the key thing. It looks like Barracks finally taken his 3rd base here. These Lurkers are going way too far from home because the front to attack might happen soon. Where is Mythic Marines going? Okay, they're gonna try to hide themselves behind the mineral line. That could possibly be the reaction here, but they might just go for the expansion, and that indeed will be the case. There's gonna be some Scourges waiting in the area, but they're not in the right location to intercept, and so many drones gonna be falling. If you can take out the hatch, it's gonna be great. Looks like drones are evacuated at the right time, and we do have a single Lurker to stop it. 1 Lurker will be enough, and not looks like we need to have more Lurker. This Lurker is gonna be falling. The Nidus Canal is gonna get sniped. The Defiler needs to eat, do something. He's gonna try to eat some of his brothers. Looks like the last minute there's nothing to eat. The Nidus Canal is almost there, but we do have 1 Lurker remaining, 2 Lurker remaining. That Lurker with 4 Zerg is coming from the high ground. More Lurkers coming to the Nidus Canal, is almost getting sniped. The Lurker lands, the Nidus Canal falls. The game is so close, but Hero is almost dead. Hero is almost dead, but not yet quite dead. There's gonna be a cloud of Valkyrie still coming out and destroying stuff here, but this hatchery finally is gonna get saved here. If Barracks can just push further, he can push further, you know, just keep on the pressure. He's gonna be to win here because he's got double the supply of Hero. He's got 111 supply, and Hero's got only 63 here, but Defilers are finally here, so the game might reset at some point, but the drone count for Hero is very poor. I think now at this point, Barracks can just go ahead and A-move. Send an equal amount of Mythic Marines to both sides of the map so that the Defilers cannot know where to pick, right? And just do an attack. When you meet some kind of Dark Swarms, just fall back and attack the other base and keep on doing it, you know, and take another base at some point. And yeah, sniping the Overlord is a good idea because you might have a chance to switch to mech and lay some mines later. For the time, this dropship is gonna get sniped. No, it gets saved in the last minute. There's gonna be more Defiler in preparation in the main already. So I feel like in these kind of scenarios, the Terran player need to take another base. Instead of trying to randomly go in for drops, he needs to switch to another strategy, start to switch to Mac. Okay, we do have the bio getting landed on Normandy Beach here on the left side of the map. He's going to try to get on the low ground, and that's a mistake because there's so many lurkers. He's going to try to snipe the Nidus Canal. It's going to be a good move. It won't win the game outright, but it's going to be to weak the Zerg defenses for a little bit here. The Queen's Nest will get destroyed, maybe. And with that, the Hydran is going to be under siege as well. We're going to be having a switch to Mech now. We're going to be having double factory. This is the right idea when you have the supply lead like this and you have map control. You either need to take a base or switch to Mech, because the bio, the power of bio is not going to be infinite here. You're going to die, to the power of Darkstorm. And oh, nice Blake on those vultures, those brand new vultures. It's like in the world of Motrap, right? It's like you just bought a brand new SCV, or maybe you bought 5 brand new SCV and someone took a car key, come out and just key them all. That's exactly just what happened there. Anyways, looks like these Medic Marines on the high ground is going to try to snipe the Hydran, which will once again slow down Hero's ambition. They will slow down significantly Hero's ambition. Need to make another Hydran in the main. That Evolution Chamber might die as well. Okay, there's going to be a Lurker that's just going to wait until the Hydran completes. Yeah, and now Lurker is going to attack from the high ground. Looks like the Evolution Chamber would not get sniped. This new base from Barracks cannot get up. So that's a nice addition. At the last minute, is that Evolution Chamber gonna fall? Looks like it's very close to falling. The Lurker's actually not attacking correctly here. It's attacking some random stuff, and Evolution Chamber is gonna fall or not. 20, 14, 8, 2, 0. The Evolution Chamber has fallen, and upgrades are looking very bad for the Zerg player, but we shall see what will happen next. We are at the 15 minute and 46 second of the game. Barracks 141 supply. Hero is barely breathing. He's barely breathing. He needs CPR. But in what he gets is a bunch of Irradiate and EMP and whatnot. I don't know. I guess you never cast EMP against a Zerg player, right? But you will cast Irradiate. So IRD, whatever. Looks like Overlords don't have speed. They're slow as my grandmother. Zerling's moving across the map, running across the minefield, clearing some vultures. In the process, this is gonna be a nice. This might be a long game, guys, because Hero possibly won't die outright. You can see he started to take a 4th base already, and with that, he's gonna have his 4 gases, and that's gonna be very strong. Zerling's moving. I think these are not yet cracklings. These are just like, I don't know, halflings or whatever, right? So they're not that strong, but they will. Yeah, they are the cracklings maybe. Anyways, a drop takes place inside of Hero's main, and there are some Scourges in preparation. He's gonna land something here. Looks like the dropship dies, and this is what I advise you not to do, guys, as kids in your homes. Do not try this at home. Do not try to endlessly drop the Zerg player, especially when he's a very strong player with the elo score of, I don't know, 1400 or 1300. You should try to expand, switch to Mech, control the map, mine the entire map. +2 weapons are done on the vultures. Is that +2 weapons? I think that is. Okay, more hatches gonna get created, but now we will need to have a tech switch from both the players. For the Terran players, he has a switch to Mech. For the Zerg players, at some point I think Queen you need to get deployed maybe. You cannot just survive with just Defiler links against tanks and vultures. I think maybe some Ultras would be nice as well, but I think some I don't know, maybe some Queens would be good at some point. But anyways, for the time being, Hero is trying to drive the Terran forces back. The Mech force is very strong. Barracks ahead by about 65 to 70 supply. He's got so many tanks. Okay, one nice okay, that is a great attack here, guys, to slow down the expansion speed of Barracks. And now he's down to just 5 command center. Believe it or not, Barracks is down to just 5 command center instead of 6. Whereas the Zerg player has got 4 hatcheries, or 4 bases rather. Anyways, more Zerg forces moving across the map now. It's gonna be a critical moment for Barracks because he's stretched rather thin. He's not yet established a perimeter of siege tanks on the left side of the map. So, he needs to actually start to do that. Anyways, he's gonna just use offense as the best defense. He's gonna try to go out and attack the front door. But behind this, Zerlings are going for a nice attack, counter attack rather, against the 2 o'clock position. But we have siege tanks attacking it. This is gonna be a nice attack, and looks like Defiler are here to cast some Darkstorm, but there's no meat to go with the sandwich. This is like, what is it in my country? We call it pilotless airplanes. Airplanes without pilots. So when you cast a Darkstorm, but there's nothing to attack under it, those are like pilotless airplanes. Another way that we say in my country is a vegetarian sandwich. It's a sandwich that's got no meat, just veggies. And you know that you cannot survive eating veggies unless you're a cow. And I don't think that Hero is a cow. He makes cows later, but not right now. He's not really a cow. He's a cow maker, not a cow himself. That would be ridiculous. Anyways, looks like these tanks gonna be shouting. They're very, very close to the hatchery. The hatchery will fall. Will Hero survive? Because he's got some meat in him. He's got some hatcheries on the high ground. He's gonna start to make some Zerlings maybe, but overwhelming advantage in Barracks' favor. He just need to kind of tighten up some some knots here. Need to actually pull up his zippers and make sure nothing falls to the crack here, because it will be very, very ugly if those kind of things falls to the crack to start with. Anyways, looks like a double attack by Barracks on both sides of the map. Barracks almost gonna max out, I think. Okay, nice irradiate as well on those lurkers. So Hero's like scrambling to get things that he needs to make Mutilis, because there's nothing else to make. I guess he wants to kind of one shot I don't know those defilated units, but also Mutilis can snipe science vessels. But now those Valkyries will come back and they will become operational once again, so that's gonna be a threat. Looks like Barracks is backing up. He's backing up. Okay, I guess because there are no Goliaths. There are no Goliaths, so all of a sudden these guys have forgotten the basics. It's like when you learn factorial and you learn, I don't know, calculus, but you forget how to add 1 and 1 and 2 and 2, right? So that's what temporarily happened there. But now looks like Barracks has remembered to use his calculator. He will come back and use his Valkyrie to chase it. What is that? Very funny stuff happening here. This is like the migration of birds. They're all flying in the same direction, happy family. But now looks like the family is no longer happy. One member of the family is going to advance, and the other member of the family is going to have to fight with other members of this family for a ticket to the round of, 8. More attacks happening in the games. It's completely wild and wacky everywhere, but it looks like Barracks is having a problem kind of, killing off his opponent here. For some unknown reason, Hero's refusing to die. He's still around. What is this random stuff happening everywhere? Like things are flying everywhere. Dropship, Mutilis, Scourges, Valkyries, random science vessels everywhere. The game is so crazy. And the APM of Heroes only 300 and Barracks only 380. I mean, this looks like is a game between players with APM of 500, because action happening everywhere. Looks like this base is going to get destroyed, and Hero is able to temporarily stifle his enemy's economic activities because he'll be losing this hatchery. Maybe there's going to be nice Darkstorm that can actually solve the situation. Okay, another hatchery, another command center will fall. So Hero is getting some of his stuff back. He's finally filling the sandwich with some meat, and actually fielding his airplanes, some pilots here. In my country, we have an expression, to date a pilot. That means to date someone very handsome and much younger than you. I mean, this is talking from a girl's perspective. For men, you would never date pilots, right? Because they're no good. Anyways, this hatchery will fall, so these drones will go to the Nidus canals, or maybe go on the high ground or something like that. It looks like more meat is gonna start to come out, but there's so many Guardians. We do have some Scourges gonna try to snipe the Valkyrie. 1 Valkyrie down, 2 Valkyrie down. More meat is coming from the back. What's happening here? Barracks have forgotten to make Goliath. And now these tanks will all die. We're going to be having science vessels attacking from the back. Is it going to be enough or not? Looks like there's going to be just enough to drive them back. But I think the Mutilis need to focus on the tanks and just forget about everything else. Looks like this hatchery will fall. The Nidus canal is still alive. I mean, that single vulture has been here the entire time. He's been here hanging out, chilling, and smoking pot for about 5 minutes. The game is still going to go on now. Barracks is only ahead by about 50 supply. His economic activities got kind of disrupted, but now Mutilis against Goliath. Who would have thought that after 22 minutes of the game, we will have mass Mutilis against mass Goliaths? Everyone is very much super upgraded, so that's nice. But I think the Mutilis are gonna die now, and we might see GG getting called soon by our friend Hero. He, of course, will not give up because he's one of the, I don't know, semi-finalists or whatever, finalists in the previous game. But now he's got nothing. He's lost everything. This high ground is breached. Time moving online. It's gonna be the nice attack from the Scourges, but it will be just a, it's just like a challenge, right? It's like when you're so good in the game, you want a bit of a challenge, and that challenge has been given by Hero. But basically, Barracks has won the game. There's gonna be no other way for him to actually save this Hero. You need to actually have a second chance. You can see his reaction. He's biting the right side of his lips, just like I often do when I face a difficult situation also myself. I understand his feelings completely. I'm completely in agreement with him. But Zerling's going for a counter attack. There's gonna be some stuff on the high ground, but G freaking goddamn G. Let's move to the second side. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye bye.